it will continue taping, and so if it cuts off, then I will just, you know, post the other part the same day, you know, maybe 15 minutes later or something, so that you don't get confused by which one you're supposed to watch first. Although I will say A or B or 1 or 2 or something on it. Okay, and then I know I want to do the crease here. Okay, and then I'm just trying to decide what to do with that doily there. It's very subtle, but see how it's like the same color as the papyrus that I chose? That's why I chose it, because I thought it would look pretty together. Okay, so what do I want to do? Okay, I guess I could go ahead and glue this closed while I figure that out. Because I can always, if I want to sew something on there, it's not going to get to where it's glued. So same thing, I'm going to glue along the edge here, not quite all the way down to the bottom. Do you see how I left like just a little bit of a gap, and then just a tiny bit over the top here, just to go over that tab, but not to close, not to glue the envelope shut. I mean, seriously, that would be so easy to accidentally do. Okay, so that's, the envelope is made. All right, so what do I want to do with that? It needs something on the edge, and I'm not really sure what. Do I want to do something with this thread somehow? No, I don't think so. There's the lace, of course. I'm just trying to think if there's something else that I could do that would be a little different, that I can show you something else. If it wasn't for that doily, this would be really cute, but I think that this piece of corrugated cardboard would, it's not big enough for one thing, but also it would take away from that doily, so I don't want to do that. Could you cheesecloth? I haven't used any cheesecloth at all in this journal, which is really weird because I love cheesecloth. I love the effect that it has, making things look really old, but it just doesn't seem to go with this particular kit. So, maybe do some of this yarn where that would take forever. That would be a real pain. It might be cute, but it's more work than I want to do. Okay, well, I think we're going to do lace. I guess another possibility would be ribbon. I'm going to actually keep this ribbon out to use possibly on the closure. So let's do lace again, because I've suddenly fallen in love with this lace. I did not, I think I used it just a little tiny bit on a journal after I bought it, and then kind of looked at it as, oh, it's not as nice as the other stuff that I have. Okay, I wonder if it'd be easier if I start in the middle. I don't know. That looks pretty, right? I like that. I think the lace makes a huge difference. So yes, we're gonna go with the lace. We're gonna close our glue because we don't need that gluing itself shut. And really, if I have the lace, then that might be enough, because that doesn't overwhelm the doily. It just kind of finishes everything off. Okay, so I think that might be just exactly what we need. Okay, actually I'm going to start back there. And yeah, I'm doing this slowly because I've got to do those pleats in the center again, which I'm not completely confident about. Even after doing it once, I'm just not like real sure of myself on there. Okay, there we go, that worked. And now this one. I like doing these videos in the late afternoon when Bill's at work. He's been working at Walmart, and you know, that way I don't miss him as much. I feel like you guys are my company, And yeah, and I don't feel like I'm taking time away from time that I could spend with him, because I like spending time with my husband. That's why we got married, right? I don't know if I've told you guys, I don't think I have, that we just got married 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. And it was just 5 years ago in like a few days, June 6th. So it'll be before this is posted, but after I'm recording it. June 6th was when we first met online. So we've known each other for almost 5 years, and we didn't meet in person until 5.5 months after we started talking online, and we already knew that we wanted to get married. So when he flew me out to meet him in Maryland 3 weeks before we were getting married, I brought 2 suitcases out with me, 2 big suitcases, big suitcases, almost trunks, except that they weren't hard-sided. And just basically started moving in and of course he knew that I was doing that and was encouraging me to do that. I wouldn't have just said, hey, I'm moving in. But we knew that we belonged together before we even met in person. We spent literally hundreds of hours on the phone together. We figured out at one point, looking at our phone logs, that we had spent about 100 hours a month on the phone together for 5.5 months, and we had Skyped some, and we had written tens of thousands, literally, I'm not exaggerating, of emails, and we had done a lot of text messages. So we knew each other really, really well. We just hadn't met in person. We had Skyped. We knew what the other person looked like and everything. It wasn't like, blind date kind of thing. But yeah, I think just that bow. I don't want to do like a button or anything because of this doily. I don't want to take away from that. So I think I'm just going to put the bow right there. And I think that's enough to finish it off. So that's enough for that piece. And we need to, now, if it shuts off while I'm doing this, then I probably won't post the rest of it because you guys know how to distress things. But if it stays on, then great. So we met online on Senior People Meet, which is one of the Our Time online dating things. They have Our Time has all kinds of specialized dating groups, and we were both over 55, was I? Or over 50, I guess it had to be. I think I was 53, and he was 73. And we knew really early on that we belonged to each other, and I had been online dating for quite a while, and I had been proposed to twice and had turned them down, and there were a couple of other men that I really thought that I was going to end up with, but didn't. And Bill was he was the one, and you could really tell that God had saved us for each other. Okay, so we have that, and we have this one, which I'll go ahead and distress too. Actually, I'll distress that off camera. You don't have to watch me do that. That's all we're going to do for today, is these 2 envelopes. And I will see you next time. I love you. Bye-bye.